Today I'm making Chef en Proceso's Instant Pot Barbacoa. Barbacoa is one of my top comfort foods. And while this recipe isn't totally traditional in flavor, using dried peppers and beef tongue for a different flavor, I'm dying to try out Isaiah's Instant Pot recipe. Barbacoa usually takes hours to make, but this one will be done in under an hour. You can turn on subtitles by pressing the CC button, and if you want to give this a try yourself, I'll be putting all of the ingredients and their measurements in the description under the video. So, let's get started on our marinade. I'm going to use my molcajete or mortar and pestle to make a paste. Let's add about an inch of peeled ginger, garlic, salt to help grind everything down, and Isaias uses 4 bay leaves, but they all look fairly small. So I'm just going to use 2 of these larger leaves and 1 half leaf. Add those in too. And lastly, some black peppercorns. Now, grab your pestle and start pressing and pounding the ingredients to a pulp. I'm starting with the ginger and garlic and trying to press and smear them. Once they start breaking down more, you can move around in a circle to grind and break everything down. And once everything's looking smooth and paste-like, let's go ahead and add in our liquids. First, some soy sauce, and then lime juice. Scrape down the sides, mix it all together, and let's prep our meat. I've got a whole beef tongue here, which is about 3 pounds, and another 2.5 pounds of beef cheek. If your cheek is in one solid huge piece, first, cut it down into more manageable pieces. Mine came pre-cut from the butcher. I transferred the cheek into its own bowl, and I'm going to spoon in a little bit of our marinade, maybe 4 tablespoons. Now let's get in there and just rub the marinade in, all over the meat. Once everything looks evenly coated, heat up some lard in a pan, or your cooking fat of choice, and lay in your meat, a little at a time, and get a nice sear all over. We don't want to cook this through, just give it some extra color and flavor. Add the seared meat to your pressure cooker's inner pot, and let's move on to the sauce that will be going in with the meat. We're going to start off by removing any stems, seeds, and veins from all of our dried peppers. Just cut down the side of the pepper, open it up, and pull everything out. I cut the stems out of these guajillos before storing them, but it's easy. The process for the ancho peppers is fairly similar. Just cut into the pepper skin up by the stem, cut around, and you can dump out most of the seeds. Now, again, cut down the side and just pull everything out. We just want the skin of the pepper. And once those are all cleaned, we're going to rehydrate them by dumping them in a pot of boiling water. This doesn't even need to stay on the heat. Just set it aside, cover, and let it sit for 5 to 10 minutes until the peppers soften. Then, into the blender they all go, along with some of the cooking water. No real exact number here, just enough to get everything to blend well. Now add in the rest of the marinade we made earlier. Onion, cumin, oregano, and some salt and pepper to taste. Blend it up until smooth, and then let's get ready to cook. I've got the pot with the beef cheek set up in my Instant Pot, and I'm adding in the tongue, our sauce, and just enough water to halfway cover everything. Now I'm going to seal the top, set it to pressure cook on high pressure, and 45-minute cook time. You can't have tacos without a good salsa. Isaias made another amazing salsa in his video, but my favorite salsa to have with barbacoa is one I've already covered, zucchini salsa. While the meat cooks, I'm going to boil a pot of water and add in some jalapenos, if I can get the stems off. There we go. Add those in, along with some medium-sized zucchinis and garlic. And just let this boil until everything's fully cooked through, and you can easily push a fork through the zucchini, about 15 minutes. Now I'm going to transfer the zucchini, jalapenos, and garlic into the blender, and you don't need to add any extra water. The zucchini is providing all the liquid we need for this. Finish it off with some oil. This will really help make it extra smooth and creamy. And some salt. Now blend until smooth and set aside. The meat finished cooking, and I let it naturally release steam while I finished up other things. But just in case, I'm going to try and release the seal. And nothing. Cool. Let's open it up and see what we got. This is already looking and smelling awesome. I'm going to start with the beef tongue. We need to peel the outer layer of skin, so cut a slit down the middle, and then it should be easy to peel that thick outer layer off. As long as it's not burning your fingies. You know what? I've got a better idea. Let's let this sit for 10 minutes or so, then try again. Much better. Now work your way around the whole thing, peeling off that layer and discarding. Now comes the easy part. Just chop everything up. For the tongue, I'm cutting slices, cutting those up into strips, then chopping it all up finely and transferring to another bowl. That's all you gotta do with the rest of the tongue and cheek. And while the tongue is super soft and tender, the cheek is even softer. My knife just easily glides right through the meat. This is a fattier cut of meat, but we want all of that. It's gonna mix in and give it a lot of great flavor and texture. And right into the same bowl. Now I'm just giving it a quick mix, and we're done. To serve, grab a warm corn tortilla, lay it right on the barbacoa, and grab yourself a taco's worth. Now, lightly salt the meat to bring the flavors out, add some of that incredible zucchini salsa, top it with a little cilantro and onion, and a squeeze of lime. And there you have it, the wonderfully flavorful and tender barbacoa that we made today. These tacos look incredible. It can be a little intimidating to work with the tongue, but it really is so worth it in the end. This barbacoa is awesome, full of flavor. The cheek really is just so soft and melts in your mouth. And the tongue brings its own amazing flavors as well. This barbacoa recipe is so good, and I cannot wait to try another one of Chef En Proceso's recipes. Maybe even a traditional barbacoa. If you've never tried barbacoa, I encourage you to give this one a try and check out Chef En Proceso's video. It's in Spanish, but his videos are always a good time. If you do make your own barbacoa, share a picture on Instagram and tag me at Michael with 4H's. And if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing if you're new. I would love to have you around. If you'd like to watch another video, you can click right up here. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope to see you all next week.